So I'm currently cycling on Tara Walk and I'm heading down towards the farm. So I'm here at the Kechara Farm, which Rinpoche conceptualized and instructed to be started up a few months ago, and I will be taking you guys on a short tour of what the farm is about and what is being grown over here. So going up that way is Loma Gyoma, and if you come down that gravel path from Loma Gyoma, then you reach Kechara Farm. And the farm consists of 80 plots or 80 vegetable beds, and a whole variety of vegetables are being grown here right now. Each vegetable that was picked by Rinpoche. And just over there, right ahead there, and behind the trees, is the main guardhouse of Kechara Forest Retreat. So we have sweet potato leaves growing, we have yams growing, we've got sugarcane. I believe there's chili somewhere, and snake beans or long beans, okra, tomatoes, and all of this is part of the initiative to make KFR, or to make Kechara Forest Retreat, as self-sustaining as possible. So over here you can see these growing on the vines. So there are some beans growing here, and then right next to it, eggplant, or aubergine as some people call it, or brinjal. And everything here is grown pesticide free, it's organic. We compost as well. There used to be corn growing as well, but that has since been harvested. Oh look, over here there is okra. This plant's full of okra. And then there's a different variety of eggplant growing here. These ones are more round. Oh, let me see if I can get a shot. There's a massive one here. It's growing almost touching the ground. Hold on. There you go. So a few months ago, when Rinpoche first conceptualized the farm and then instructed some students to establish it, none of us had any idea that, the MCO was going to start, or that we would soon have to rely more heavily on our own supply of vegetables. But when Rinpoche actually instructed for the farm to be started, and then pushed for it to be productive and to bear fruit, so to speak, as quickly as possible, now we really come to see just how wise and compassionate and how much foresight Rinpoche acted with. Because now that, fresh vegetables and fruit is harder to come by, or it's, we don't get to go out as often, we've come to rely more heavily on the farm and on our own fresh supply of vegetables. By the way, this land was tilled by hand. It was plowed by hand, and then it was sown by hand. So all 80 vegetable beds, plant beds, herb beds were all tilled, plowed, and sown by hand. Because Rinpoche didn't want any machinery to be used. It'd be loud, it'd be noisy, it would disturb the peace of Kechara Forest Retreat. So everything was done by hand by a group of very dedicated students. So this is inside the shed. You can see over here, enzymes are being made to act as pest deterrents and to add nutrients to the soil so that the plants grow better. And that tank over there, it holds water when it rains, then water comes down off of Manjushri Hill and then runs down, and it's collected in here to be used to irrigate and water the plants. Right, so we're going to go back out. So I thought that you guys might like to see this, to see a project that's literally bearing fruit. The fruits of which are used to help to make Kechara Forest Retreat more self-sustaining. So if you guys recognize any of the plants, leave me a comment, let me know. I'm quite bad at this. I'm not a horticulturalist or a gardener or a farmer, so not very familiar with most of the plants here, especially when they're just leaves. Yeah, leave me a comment, let me know what you recognize. That's obviously a tomato. So this is me heading back now, away from the farm, because the rain clouds are coming and I don't want to get caught in the rain. It's a fairly nice ride. I mean, it's an easy ride. It's just when I hit the gravel path, it's not fantastic on the tires that I have. But as we're going back, you'll be able to see Loma Gyoma. So let me show you that. I'm so sorry about the bumpy footage. That's Loma Gyoma coming up on the left, just behind the hedge. And on the right is the side of Manjushri Hill, which has Manjushri Guest House at the top of it. Take a second to appreciate Loma Gyoma, whose practice is highly recommended for contagious diseases and for respiratory diseases. This is the practice that Rinpoche recommended to us back when the SARS outbreak happened, and this is the practice that is being recommended to us by His Holiness Kyabje Chirang Chokcho Rinpoche and His Eminence Kyabje Ganchen Rinpoche for the current COVID-19 pandemic. So on the left, I'm not sure if you can see this, but on the left is a little candle offering grotto. So candles can be lit there and are offered and dedicated to loved ones, to people's swift healing from whatever diseases and ailments that they may have. And at Loma Gyoma's feet, again, are the mantra stones carved with a mantra on them. So when you circumambulate Loma Gyoma, you're not only circumambulating her, but you're also circumambulating the manifestation of her energy in speech form, which is her mantra. That's my Strava, by the way. Recording this very, very short ride. And we're currently coming up to the base of Banglung Retreat. Banglung Retreat is the residence of His Eminence, the 7th Banglung Oracle, who takes chants of Dorje Shuklin, as well as many other Dharma protectors. And at the top of this drive is the start of Tara Walk again. So there you go.